All right, it is time as we begin our Planescape game upon this day. We are ready to have tons of fun as last we left off, a daring prison break-in was essentially discovered with a robot under a cart, a sorcerer chained up, and Nayland just like, oops, you saw me. And we are ready as these prison guards aren't super happy about what is going on here and seem to want to possibly capture and question as they are trying to go in and free the former Bürgermeister of this place. Burgenmeister, that's what I was looking for. In order to bring back a level of maybe a little less horribleness to this place. So, with that in mind, we are ready to begin as you are facing off these vicious, fiendish, demonic elephants, the Malephants. Just one for today, along with another guard that is ready to fight. As they are ready to make sure you are all secure. So, this is occurring, of course, outside of the place you want to get in. The gate is slightly open, and you would decide precisely how to go from here. But we will start with some initiative.
Oh, no.
All real dice tonight. Unfortunately, the real dice also hate me. That is a 7.
All right. Oh, Patient Whisper didn't come through. Let's go ahead and give that 7. All right. Going super up top is going to be Nayland.
I don't want to go first.
24.
What are the chances that, considering between PW and Alistair, there's a whole lot of like psychic linking available? What are the chances that we're psychically linked at the moment?
I don't believe you did such a thing.
Okay,
So-
just making sure. Had to ask.
Actually, I did forget that I could add a psychic die to my initiative as that moment passed.
You can go ahead and do that.
Okey-dokey. Okay, that makes initiative a 13. Woo!
Woohoo. All right. So doesn't beat Alistair, but that's okay.
You flipped me all the way around to end up right where I started. I've been bamboozled.
You have been. All right, Nayland, what would you like to do?
Okay, can you... okay. Does it appear that the moment of conversation has passed? That was what
we had
Silver tried to do?
several failed persuasion checks.
Got it. Okay, great.
Yeah, they're definitely. I'll say this: they right now, because you haven't like necessarily drawn blade against them, they would be more. You figure you could get away with a beating and probably being thrown in a cell, right? Because they're still jail. They're not still going to try to kill everybody, but it's the only thing I would tell you. But you don't know like how awful, if you're in the high security area, you might get thrown into.
Okay. Can I take a gander at this cart?
Yes. What do you want to ganderize?
Is the door of it facing us, or is it facing the rear? Would I have to go around the cart to get to the door?
Yeah, the exit of it's in the back.
Okay. I think that I am going to Starlight Step there as a bonus action.
Okay. So yes, teleportation works here, just not through walls. So to the back. Remember, your movements are reduced by 5.
And what is the lock on this thing?
It seems like a padlock.
Can I, with my action, try to break it with a weapon?
Oh, with a weapon, you say? Sure.
Okay.
An attack roll.
Alrighty. Okay, great. Alrighty, my lowest one is a 17.
Okay, that will hit.
Okay, great. And that's going to be 2 of these. Oh, no. 2 of these. Oh, 24.
Oh, nice.
Damage.
Yeah, very quick. You are able to basically put in almost to the wood, and you take the whole locking mechanism off of it. And it is undone.
Do I still have enough action economy to open the door?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I open the door.
Nice. The door is open. So you do see on the inside, there are people who are chained within. And it's basically mostly it is their feet that have cuffs on it, and then there is a single chain that runs on each side of here, where they're like basically sitting on benches that secures them down.
Okay. Noted.
All right.
And that's it for me.
Yeah. Alistair.
Okay. Bonus action. Telekinetic speech with Naylin. To which Alistair will say, what's the plan?
Alistair, I don't know. I was hoping I would come up with something as soon as I opened this door.
Fantastic. Okay. So I think that he'll just say, I don't think fighting is necessarily a great idea. So what he's going to do is he's going to look at is it 2? How many? Are there 2 guards there? Is that what I'm seeing?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
He's going to sort of just kind of raise hands and go, sorry for the disturbance. We'll be leaving now. And he's going to start heading towards where Naylin is. This gesture, he is subtle casting slow on both of them.
Ooh.
Okay, so then what is this save?
It's a DC 16 wisdom save.
You got it. So the first one here. Oh, yep, that will do it. So 1 is not slowed, and then the Malefant. What the heck?
I don't know what you do.
Sorry. The page randomly refreshed, and I was like, what the heck? Here we go. The Malefant is slowed
Excellent. So that's
Nice.
half speed, no reactions, and it's got a penalty to its AC and dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
And it can only do an action or a bonus action on its turn. And yeah, I think Alistair is going to back up to near where Nayland is.
Nice. Patient Whispers.
PW was briefly entertaining the idea of just like running in, like, we got it, guys. PW is going to look back and see that Nayland has just destroyed a door, and Alistair has done something that made people look frustrated. And he is going to run towards the back and join Nayland, looking in the back of the prison transport.
Okay.
So I have 25 feet of movement. Is that enough to get there?
Yeah, you're all basically at the back, just chilling now.
Can I see the mechanism that would allow the prisoners to walk freely, or at least be disconnected from the...
Yeah, so there's 2
Floor shot.
points, like for one chain on each side, if you wanted to. Like they themselves are locked, so you could either break the chain. I would say, you know by this type, most objects do not take psychic damage.
No, they will not, but they will take magical piercing damage from my new arm blade.
Yes.
Ooh.
So I will spring forward and I will punch out with that arm blade for the purposes of trying to cut the first of the chains.
Yeah, make an attack.
That is a 14.
A 14, I will just spark against, not able to cut into the chain.
All right, I will add some. You'll see my purple eye glow as I add a little bit more to that 14. And it becomes a 17.
That'll hit.
It'll be 13 magical piercing damage.
Okay, absolutely. That will break the first chain. Shing!
Great.
Thank you.
And then I will aim for the second one, my second attack.
Yes.
For 27.
Oof, yes.
$14 magical piercing damage.
That will break that chain as well.
I will look at the two of them and which direction do we proceed in? And I will try to look around to see if there is a a good alleyway for people to flee into.
Okay. Yeah, I think we can look at that next turn. Right now, you're just sort of trying to figure it out. With that, the friend that is with the Maleficent will begin running towards these folks with 30 feet of movement. I don't think that will get them into melee. All right. And so then they are going to go ahead and let's see here. Yeah, I think they're going to aim this at PW as they concentrate in their left and right hands. 2 green balls of fire appear, and they throw both at PW. That is a dirty 20 to hit.
That will do it.
And a miss. So that will be 12 fire damage.
And can I uncanny dodge to make it 6?
Yes. So.
See, PW gets a little melty around the edges.
Oh, geez. I'm sorry. That's off center. Let me fix
There
it.
you go. Okay. I need to see from the Malefont. I need a 60-foot cone.
Oof.
Hold on. There we go. 60-foot cone. Yep. I'm gonna give you a 30 because I don't know if I have a 60. Hold up, I think this might be 60 actually. 60-foot cone. Achoo!
Yes.
Alpha just really wants to die today, I guess.
All right. It breathes in as poison gas pushes out of its trunk. And I need a Constitution saving throw from each of you.
Just real quick, this doesn't count as a spell, does it?
It is not a spell, no.
Okay. All right. So, con saving throw.
Dirty 20.
That'll make it.
Say it on this. Let's see. That is a
17.
23.
23 and PW.
That was 17, 1-7.
Ooh, all of you save, dang it. All right.
Guys, someone hurt him at
You just-
con and it was not.
All right.
Out here
So-
trying to poison a robot.
Okay, so you take half of the poison damage for 15.
Okay.
However,
I'm resistant. Is that 7 or 8?
7. Those inside hear some fall and are grasping at their throats, and others look kind of confused, addled by the gas.
That's why you don't bring commoners on adventures.
They're criminals.
And they do a wisdom save at the end of their turn against slow. No, they're still slowed.
Nice.
So that's all they can do is just that big
Yep.
move.
That
And
was blunt.
Malin,
Am I still linked with Alistair psychically?
For 8 minutes, yeah.
Okay. And the folks that have been broken free by PW, are they, do any of them look like they're passed out from the gas?
yeah, someone passed out. Others look super confused and like don't know what's going on.
The folks
They
that
all-
are
they
passed out,
They all look super damaged.
are they dead and therefore objects, or are they still creatures?
They're dying.
Damn.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Are they humanoid?
They look humanoid enough.
Okay. I am going to and from where I was behind by the door of this cart, do I think that the elephant, what's his name? A Maleficent?
Maleficent.
Did I get the sense that he has seen me back here, or once I teleported over, I had cover?
I don't think you know.
Okay, great. Let's try. All right, I'm going to take out the dagger that Kelly had recently given me, which is a face-stealing dagger. I am going to take an attack at one of the humanoids that are unhandcuffed.
Okay.
And as I do so, I am going to steal their face.
So one of the conscious humanoids. Okay. Make your attack.
Okay, let's see. That is a 19.
Well, that'll hit.
Okay. That is 9 piercing damage.
Okay, excellent. They are now bleeding and dying. But you have their face.
Okay, with my second attack, can I knock them out?
I mean, they are knocked out.
Oh, okay, great. All right, great.
They're just
Then
also
I'm going
bleeding and
to-
dying.
Did you mean finishing them off, or that's
Well, I just wanted them to be not talking. Okay, great. And then I'm going to psychically tell Alistair, apprehend me and say that the other one was Nayland trying to break the prisoners free. And then you and PW can bring me back in and get us in the building.
Okay. Alistair.
Okay. All right. Trying to think. Sorry. Okay.
Oh, wait, I'm so sorry to interrupt your turn, Phil.
Yeah, it's fine.
I need a DC 15 wisdom save from the person I stabbed.
Okay.
the now faceless man?
Unconscious and dying?
Well, no. He still has his face, but I look like him as well. The one who's unconscious and dying, yes.
Yeah. 6.
Okay, great. Now they have disadvantage on all ability checks.
That would
So
include
you
death
know.
saving throws, I would assume.
Okay.
And also attempts at persuasion, I hope. Okay, anyway, continue, Phil.
Okay. Okay, so I apologize. What did Nayland say to Alistair again? What is the plan?
Say that the girl that came in here
Mhm.
tried to free everybody.
Okay.
And make it look like this guy down here is her, stole his face, and I'm the real one. And then you're gonna start apprehending me so you can take me back into the prison.
What could possibly go wrong?
Correct.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm still trying to. Okay. But they don't have your face,
No, they don't.
so there is no Nayland anywhere anymore.
Correct. But they saw me teleport back here.
Okay.
So
am I
maybe
going to tell
turn
them
into
that
one
I'm...
of these people. But I want them to think it's the other one and not me.
Okay, we're gonna have to roleplay that. Both Alistair and Phil are not 100% certain how this is supposed to work, but you know what? Well, that'll be the roleplay. We'll just try to roll with it.
I'm
Yeah,
essentially
so
saying
Alistair
Pinnacle-
was a prisoner, so they will arrest as.
Yeah, that like they're not going to buy
Oh,
that I'm. They're not going to buy that I'm on their
I
side.
see. I forgot that you were a prisoner.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, that's what Nayland said in your head.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. No, this is fine. This is fine. I think I'll just do what I'm gonna do, and I'll. This is what Alistair's actually gonna do. He's gonna start yelling. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Guards, I don't know what's going on. Something's happening. I don't know. And I'm subtle casting again. I am subtle casting Summon Aberration right between the two guards.
Okay, summon aberration right between them.
Right. And Alistair's basically yelling, "No, don't do that. What are you trying to summon?" Like he's talking to somebody else who's doing it.
Okay. Give me a deception check.
All right. Let's see. My deception's not bad. I am a sorcerer. I have charisma. Yeah, that's the problem with these dice. New dice, but they're fancy and I can't read them. That is a 13.
Okay, noted. So the aberration is summoned. What type of aberration is this?
It's the same. It's the Yogg Shoggoth. It's the Star Spawn.
I still don't have a mini for that.
Okay.
So use your
I think we have like 9 inspirations in chat.
Aw, you guys, why are you helping them? You ever let me have fun anymore?
Yeah. So let's see. So actually, immediately, both guards, if they're within 5 feet of it, have to make a Wisdom 16 saving throw.
Oh. All right.
It's just so cute. It's hard
It
to
is.
resist.
So I think only one would be within 5 feet.
Okay.
I thought he was summoning them in between the two.
Yeah, how big is it though? Is it large or is it medium?
I think it's. I don't think they're medium. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so they're 15 feet apart, so they have to pick
Okay.
one to be within 5 feet.
Make it closer to the one in front then, the one who's not slowed.
All right, you got it. You said that's a wisdom save?
Wisdom save.
That is 24.
Okay. Well, I don't think it's even. I think it's just a. I don't think it's even half damage. So yeah. All right. Okay. And then does the. I'm trying to remember if the aberration gets to go immediately.
It probably goes on the next turn, so yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's supposed to shows up in initiative, goes right after me. Okay. So I think Alistair will say back to Naylan, they think I'm a prisoner too, so I just created a distraction. It may be best just to start running.
I look at this bleeding body next to me. Shit. All right.
But we get. I have. Hold on. I don't think I can do that with a bonus action. So let me quickly check my bonus actions. I don't think I've got anything useful. Nope.
Right, so there's no slow now, right? Because there's a slow concentration isn't to summon concentration.
Oh, is it? Yeah, sure. Yep, probably.
Okay.
Do you want to move?
Well, yes, but I don't know which way we're going yet. Like, he'll move to be further behind, like hidden behind the wagon.
Okay. Want to recover, and then PW.
PW is going to spend
Aberration
his
on the minute?
action.
No, because I don't have that many.
Oh, well, just any aberration.
You know what? I don't need to be yelled at by you.
All right, go ahead, PW.
The cake mini would be good too. That would be. So, PW is going to use his action. You're going to see him shutters close in his eyes. You can't see the glow in them for a brief moment. And Alistair and Naylan are both going to hear in their heads, ding dong ding. So, now that we're all here, which way are we going? To which you can immediately reply.
The direction that looks probably the most complicated to follow us in. So I would say into like town or into the dump if either of those are close. Or not the dump, you'll die. So.
Alistair, do you have a preference?
Not particularly. I've created a distraction. We can run. Do we? Is there? Yeah.
Ooh, that looks cool. PW can do like a quick look back. Does it look like the guards have drawn other people? As like, are other like what is happening around us? The city people are like, oh no, this thing is happening. Ah, like the citizens are running, etc. Or are there more guards coming?
I mean, there's every commotion. Like bells have been rung. It's right now. You don't see any action just yet. It's also
we do
been,
hear like an audible alarm.
Yeah, you do hear. I mean, it's been about 9 seconds, so it's alarm's going off right now.
If we come back, the security may be heightened.
Do you want to try to run in?
That feels like a terrible idea.
No.
Can we see how far it is to the actual doorway? It looks like it's like 100 feet or more.
You mean to the actual manor house?
Yeah. Because it doesn't. Now that I'm seeing at least the board depiction of it, I'm like, I mean, that doesn't look that big. I feel like we pop inside, like there he is. That's like, but
Let me get my glasses.
looks like it's around 60 to 70 feet
5, 10, 15,
away from
20,
them a
25,
lot.
30,
Yeah.
35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95 to the door.
Wow, that was a good estimate.
estimation. Yes, thank you. Robot precision. So I've got 50 feet on a dash. We wouldn't be able to get there quickly. We have to either eliminate them or return later. Flee or fight.
Oh, is this still a conversation? Oh, Nayla's just repeating mentally in her mind, like, return later, return later, return later, return later.
I think
Also, we're hearing Alistair's creepy whispers. So. Is Alistair on one side or the other?
No.
The fleas take it then. And PW will, if there is any left, look for the direction to run away in.
Yeah, you got it. From this, you can definitely see a way that's probably better than others. I say, yeah. I guess in this moment, let me get a perception check.
Nat 1, you run right into him.
Quick, into the manor.
So, what'd you give your perception?
That is a 14, unless it needs to be better.
Better would be better.
Then it's a dirty 20.
Okay, noted. So you do see where it looks like at least there's a way where you're not surrounded by walls in which the demons are crawling on. So we think that could probably be better than other choices.
I will mentally direct the group's attention towards that pathway. Look like Google Maps in your brain.
And are you headed that way?
Yes, would I have a bonus action left, or am I done? You can just do regular movement.
I think you have bonus action still.
Okay. Then I would bonus action use my dash and take off 25 feet in the correct direction.
Gotcha.
I would give Nayland a complicated look as I ran away.
Perfect. In that case, so the one that was right up front, we'll turn to the aberration and attack. First, trying to swipe it with its tail here for a miss with an 8.
Yep.
And going to claw off with a 12 to hit.
That also misses.
Nice. And then a 15.
That meets it. AC's 15.
All right. That is 9 piercing damage.
Okay.
The Mellifont here. I think much the same way, actually, sees this problem and wants to eliminate threats as it goes. So it'll swing its trunk at the creature for a total of a dirty 20.
Yep, that hits.
Okay, wrapping around it and restraining it for 17 piercing damage.
Okay.
And 10 poison.
Okay.
Then it takes the large glaive in its hand and begins to try to cut into it for a natural 20.
Okay.
For 33 slashing damage.
It's gone. It's gone.
Eliminating this threat, it wants to go ahead now and go 40 feet towards the back. What? Yes. All right. Is it within 10? Looks like it might be.
She's got half cover on behind that.
Okay. Is that Nayland?
That's me.
All right. So swinging at half cover for 27 to hit.
You're bored.
That hits.
Oh, only for a little damage. 12 slashing. As you just sort of see, really not Nayland standing there, but you're not where you're supposed to be. So,
It's true.
you're like, I put you in there. You're out of there. Why are you out of there? Ha! And we go back up to Nayland. It's your turn.
Okay. 40 feet is far. I will. I think I will just dash and start running. And I'll take an attack of opportunity if they have one.
Absolutely. They try to smack you with the trunk. Only for 12!
Miss me.
Yeah, dodge it out of the way. What would you like to do?
I'm following after PW. With a dash, I can move 60.
Perfect. A little Google map in your head.
Yes, but which voice did he choose?
If you knew who Samuel Jackson was, you maybe would recognize him.
Okay, I'm not dead or living.
What's up with all these fiends and stuff? All right, and we'll go to Alistair.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything. Okay. Will I do that? So they've all taken off. How far is this thing from me?
He is 5, 10, 15, 20 from you.
Okay. All right. So I think Alistair's just gonna turn and run, action dash, his 50 feet after the other two.
Okay. Very good. And then patient.
How far is it until like a turn in the street? So you're breaking line of sight.
Probably another 25 feet.
I will do that regular movement, and then can I ready an action to shoot behind us if they get within 25 feet of us?
Sure.
I'll turn to do that. I'll hold up my arm and my hand will split open and reveal a barrel.
Nice.
And I stand at the at that corner essentially and await.
Very nice. In that case, with this moment, they seem to be busy securing the prisoners they have, throwing people in there. You see possibly keeping some from dying too, so they can enjoy their torture for later. However, as you all do this, some of at least one of the fiends that were guarding the high walls seems to be running along the roofs trying to track all of you down. So I just need a straight up group stealth check
Remember, there's inspiration
to see if they can find you.
I don't, but others do.
Dirty 20.
9.
God damn it! I just said there's inspiration.
Uh-huh.
21.
21.
I just
In that case, you see you quietly are in the alleyways as you see this monstrosity barbed and chained creature with welded plates in its skin look around, unable to fully detect you. And then it kind of blinks its eyes as invisibility magic covers it. But we are out of initiative. So what would you like to do?
Oh my god.
Engage running mode.
That was pretty close.
We're more aggressive than we anticipated.
In the street, kind of huddled, while shadows of these elephantine horrors and all the creatures move about. You're safe for the moment.
Well, do we believe that place is unassailable?
I believe that we looked at it, and I think several of us looked at it from multiple sides. I don't necessarily think there's another way in other than the front door, unless there is some potentially underground passage in. Places like that often have that sort of thing, but we don't have any leads on that.
There was that crack in the wall that you found, right, PW?
Alistair was the one who spotted it, but yes. Although it would take a substantial force to widen it into a usable portal. I believe it may be more prudent were we to be apprehended and brought in as prisoners. It will depend on our ability to function while handcuffed or in suppressive areas.
I'm not a stranger to handcuffs. I don't think it'll be a problem for me, but
it assumes at this point that they just will throw us into a cell and not do something worse or even put us in there. They could decide to just throw us through the portal.
True. Although we have knowledge of how those wagons are being filled, we could put ourselves in a situation to be added to their rosters.
I do have a way of making our entry through the wall quiet. If we think it's worth trying, then we can. I wouldn't make us unable to be seen, though. Just quiet.
Do we have a sense where that opening would lead to the rest of the building? Guess it's a GM question, but
on the one side of the wall,
the area where we found the crack before. Do we have a sense where that would open into?
I mean, yeah, it's a distance away, and I would say at this point, with this incursion, you did everything is on alert within the manor, which ultimately mechanically would mean that nothing can be surprised, and their perception checks are made with advantage.
So really, if we were just to kill everybody, I mean, that seems like the optimum solution. PW only thinks that.
But we're all still telekinetically linked.
You hear it. It sounds like weird fax machine noises.
Love it. It's like, did I press the mute button? I don't know. Press muted on my chat.
So what do we think is like a misdemeanor in this type of place? How do we like act bad enough that we get thrown in a wagon, but not so bad that they throw us through the portal?
Do we recall what it is that qualified those people to be in the torture wagon and not the huck into portal wagon? Because I believe we did upfront work.
So the wagon was a lot of people being captured from outside of Curse and brought in. The torture was kind of like a welcome reception.
Lovely.
If we were to attempt to use the flaw in the wall, we would have to form some sort of distraction elsewhere. At least, if we didn't want to wait first.
We have done disorderly conduct just now. I guess in theory we could just go turn ourselves in.
That seemed like a crime that would fit that level of punishment.
Probably, yeah. You wouldn't think you'd necessarily get thrown in the portal just for that.
I mean, we didn't, as far as they know, we did not raise our hand against them.
BW looks at his arm blade.
Yeah, I will say, Neil, you were right there during the one thing. I'll give you a survival check.
Ooh, sure. Ooh. 25.
Okay, you saw that poison activate. You can tell those who would that poison would fully affect, so like a save on the a fail on the con save. In addition to the damage, become poisons, and they lose all proficiencies, as well as the ability to spellcast. And these proficiencies include language proficiency, so they can no longer speak or understand while they are poisoned in such a way.
Any language.
Correct.
I share that with my friends.
That would be disconcerting.
It would also mean that once we were weak, even if we got inside with this, we would not be able to do anything.
Do we have a sense for how long it would last, or if it would need to be consistently renewed?
It saves at end of turn.
Okay. So it's not like they're keeping people doped up in there. It sounds like it's more just like a bring them in.
Yeah, but as far as so that's one threat that you have uncovered that could be
riot gas.
Pretty much.
Do we get a sense that, because I thought we had previously purchased like gas mask type apparatuses? Because I thought we had multi-weather. I feel like, did we prepare for one that was, because I thought we had like waterproof stuff.
Yeah, I'd say that like many poisons, they do not need to be breathed in order to be effective.
Got it.
The folks that were attacking us, did both of the creatures get attacks off?
Yes.
Was the because some of them were like 7 points of whatever, and then there was the cone that was like a bajillion points.
Yes, the cone was from the Maleficent.
Okay.
And the ones that killed the aberration, the heavy attacks, were from the Maleficent as well.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So if we can tell, they have barbed trunks and they have glaives, and all that does considerable damage.
We also have a grudge against them already.
And the guard that was with the Maleficent was
beefy muscle dude.
What were they?
It looked like they had a lot of barbs on their skin. So they're a barbed devil.
Have we seen those around?
They walk around. But the main ones that guard the manor are more of the spiky chained ones.
Yeah, okay. We keep hearing people say time is meaningless in here. I mean, there's nothing really stopping us from just laying low in the bar or something for couple weeks till things calm down, and then we can sneak back in again.
We could also attempt to sabotage the guards.
Say more about that.
I believe when we first entered here, we saw that they had separate taverns where they enjoyed after-work drinks. It could be possible that we attempt to supply them with ample opportunities. Or straight old poison. Just kidding. He shakes his head. He's not really kidding.
Okay. I would like to consider anything that hopefully avoids, confrontation. I don't think we will do well.
If we want to sow dissent amongst them, I can, from a relatively concealed spot, speak to individual guards telepathically. They will not know where the voice is coming from. I could attempt to sow dissonance between the guards. Distrust, this seems like a place that honestly thrives on distrust.
Or let them listen to the whispers that haunt your mind.
I mean, yes, I could do that as well. I don't know if these things would be really that put off by that. But, I mean, we could attempt to fill their minds with all manner of things and just see if we can reduce their effectiveness. I could do that, and with a timed of a particular ability or two I have, the illusion, I could attempt to make a distraction. But it would probably take some setup. And I don't know how much time it would buy us, especially now that they're on alert. Most likely.
We also have no idea what it looks like inside. It could distract a handful of guards, and what if there's 3 handfuls waiting inside after that?
It would have to be something that would lure them from inside, or cause the ones outside not to want to contact those that are inside.
Perhaps what we just need is information. If we can identify a less content member of the guard who'd be willing to spill certain information. The problem is I don't know how much our faces are likely recognizable. Perhaps not Nayland's.
Yes, there are many other 6-foot-tall robots walking around. Perhaps I shall wear a hat. Where have we retreated to, by the way?
I think right now you're in like kind of an back alley where there are a few doors of people's homes, and it's more like an indentation that you're trying to be away from everybody.
Where should we intend to regroup?
could do the junkyard. You could do the bar. Those are two kind of places that you've sort of been in.
Do we have a sense that the guard in the city went to that bar very often, or?
I mean, you haven't seen a guard in the city there, but it's up to
I
you.
believe they have separate establishments.
I mean, either could be fine, but I believe PW probably doesn't really want to go back to the dump, if at all possible.
I would prefer not to.
We can try making our way to the bar.
Also clarifying, does Nayland still look like some random dude from the wagon?
I don't know if I can drop it on purpose.
Did it say when it does?
Well, I think so. So it says so. It doesn't give a duration in the description of the weapon, so I imagine it would be the duration of disguise self, which is what the weapon does.
Okay.
But if it's not a spell that I'm casting, if the effects of the weapon are recreating the effects of a disguise self spell, can I choose to drop it like I would drop a spell?
I would say so, yes.
Okay, beautiful. Because it doesn't say it casts disguise self. It says it recreates the effects.
You shall always be stuck as the last person you stabbed.
All right. So easy enough to be able to, with your wounds, make it back to the bar. Where it doesn't seem like the guards are necessarily looking. It's because they get the sense that they're, again, you're in a prison, so it's not like there's crimes that they're generally looking for, and they're very confident no one can escape. So if they saw you, they'd probably try to capture you, but it's sort of like, it is more likely they will randomly find you by just sort of doing their thing than trying to search for you. And as you said, you didn't really kill anybody, so it's not you're not number one on the hit list right now.
A rare feeling.
Do we know that is that just sort of like a temporary holding? Like, do folks go there for punishment and then they get released back into general public? Or is it always go in there or get thrown through the portal?
I would say asking around. Yeah, sometimes people might get released, depending. Though many think that release most often is death. The most reason someone would get released back in the population is if they wanted to send a message and they wanted the horrors of the place spread around to the general populace. But if they don't need that, then they would either put them through the portal or kill them.
Kind of one-shot deal.
Yes.
So, are we set that we still want to attempt to free this individual?
The Burgenmeister is capable of changing the rules if they are freed and returned to power. That would solve almost all of our problems. Almost.
Would, if simply freeing this Burgenmeister would put them back into power. I'm if the general guards and everything prefer the new one, I'm not certain simply freeing the old one would have that effect. I don't know. I'm at this point merely asking the question, as this is becoming a more and more difficult task.
I do think it's also worth pointing out that we had a way out, bypassed all of our problems. If we take that kid, the dad will show us the way out.
Yes. That has been offered to us. So
PW is 100% on the selfish train. He totally is. So just putting it out there. But he's going to say, which one will benefit us the most? I would prefer to do better than just escaped.
perhaps this is not the best time for this conversation, and if so, feel free to just tell me to shut up. But what is it we're trying to do as a group?
Synchronize our Mimir.
If actually, he'll wait to see what Nayland says.
What he said.
I mean, if that's a perfectly reasonable response, and if that is the answer, then to your previous question, PW, both ways out benefit us equally, because both of them allow us to synchronize our Mimir and leave. There doesn't seem to be a difference between them in that case, if that is all we are trying to do. But I feel like we have started to try to do more than simply synchronize the Mimir. Or perhaps I'm misreading.
It is a bonus objective. Or in this case, compensation for our unlawful imprisonment. And as he looks down at his slightly rust-pitted arms that he rubs self-consciously, crimes upon our persons.
I did think that there was value in doing as much as we could do for the sake of uploading to our Mimir. I don't feel confident that I know what this place is, especially the one that we're experiencing now is so new. I was curious about what the old Burgermeister would have been like.
I believe we were told it involved fewer kidnappings.
Well, you will not see me argue against pursuit of better understanding of the world around us. I don't know. I guess it feels a little bit sometimes like we're being tossed around a bit. Maybe that's our lot. Accused of...
Tossed around.
Okay.
Well, I think you were going to answer my question. Tossed around by some sort of divine plan, or?
I don't know if I believe that there's necessarily a conscious plan to it, but our little experience here in Cursed almost feels a bit like a microcosm of our overall situation. We walked into this town and were declared prisoners immediately and criminals. And I feel like the multiverse in general has also said that about us. Through something that it's been suggested may be our fault, but I don't think any of us remember it if it is.
We've yet to see credible proof.
The parallel you're drawing also kind of makes you wonder. I mean, the folks in here are labeled criminals, but not by all of our standards, I don't think.
No. Well, I know that there are some who believe that all are guilty of something. I believe I had a conversation with one that was not quite that extreme, but leaning in that direction the last time we were in this bar. I guess this is one way to view things that allows you to look at a situation like this town and not immediately be horrified by it.
I guess I've sort of been operating under the assumption that what's happening to us is worth being undone or is bad. But perhaps we don't actually really know. The people in here are in here because they're daring to suggest a new order to things.
It certainly seems to be the people in this bar, at least.
We don't know if we chose this for ourselves.
I will admit, PW, that is the one aspect of this that keeps me up at night. Is wondering if we somehow chose this.
Your screaming nightmares keep almost everyone up at night, Alistair.
I've apologized for that several times. I've given you all earplugs.
It continues.
I've given you all earplugs. I am sorry. I hoped that being down just in the library in the corner would help with it.
Point to the orifice that you believe this device will fit inside of. It is unhelpful. They are not rated for screams from the beyond.
You won't let me actually analyze your anatomy, PW. I cannot figure out where the sound waves enter.
As I've told you, I will only allow it if you involve yourself in an equal exchange. Can I take apart the side of your head?
Do you think it would get the voices out?
There's only one way to know for sure.
I feel like we've had this conversation multiple times, PW. We always wind up in the same position. So
you notice there's a brief spasm as his hand, for a brief second, kind of looks like a blender, and then it's back to being fingers again.
Amazing.
Anyways, I did not mean to distract us, just felt to near this perhaps just voice to my feeling of, much like in our general predicament in our microcosm of one right now, I am a bit at a loss exactly how to proceed.
I believe we are currently displeased with the status quo, so we will seek to change it.
Putting
Yes.
it that way sounds up my alley.
I thought that it might. Do we believe the benefit of time is ours to use?
Just based on some of the traveling we've done, I don't think we are necessarily in too much danger from that, but I don't know how long our other contact. Well, he might not have any choice in how long he waits until we get his son out.
His son isn't going anywhere.
This is true.
Would we rather wait or attempt to sabotage or attempt to gather more information or assistance?
I don't think those have to be mutually exclusive. It may actually make it more effective if my little mental intrusions to the guards happened over an extended period of time. More slowly, if you try to do it all at once, more likely for them to see it as an outside threat.
You could also use it just to get them to waste resources by sending them in multiple directions over a longer period of time.
That was my thought as well. I believe I can, that I can summon those things like I just did. I can also create figments. I can make people see things that aren't there. I've done that before. I could also be doing that. I mean, there's, again, spread out over a period of time might make them, essentially have them create an enemy that doesn't exist, that would distract them.
How beneficial would having control of who that enemy is be? Because right now the manor is on alert, thinking that they have an enemy that's there. What about what you want to do would look different than what's happening right now?
My thought was to make them think that the enemy is within. That so the guards stop trusting each other quite so much. Which would make it, any coordination they attempt harder.
This is such a D&D question, but did we get a sense of their organizational hierarchy? Like, do they just have like a strict demonic thing of like, oh, he's bigger and stronger, I gotta listen to that guy? Or
they all seem to like know what their job is, I would say.
I mean, I don't even know if this will have a substantive effect.
Not until we try. I could also offensively use Psychic Whispers, as it does not require a, and then you hear in your head, willing participant.
Yes, both of us have that ability, yes. So we could be.
Is this something we think we could do without taking a little sleep?
I don't. If I'm just doing the psychic stuff, then I don't need to rest beforehand. It's more taxing to make the visual effects.
Let's say I could do it about 5 more times.
If we're thinking about like maybe a longish term goal, this is like a couple times a day we're talking about. Start planting the seed of doubt.
That would seem a reasonable schedule.
Mm-hmm. Just enough to
keep them on alert.
Keep them on alert, and I think that spreading it out over, it's almost less how many times a day, and more how many days in a row it's happening, to have it build, have a sense of paranoia build. But I do think the key is going to be to have that paranoia pointed inwards.
Okay. Sure, I'm down for this.
PW has a brief moment of just thinking that they left the right people in charge for this operation. Yes. Equally morally flexible.
Kill a man and steal his face.
You did not even kill him, I saw. Sloppy work.
I mean, it looks like they were reviving all of them, so honestly, he's probably alive just in time to go get tortured. So,
He probably wished you had been successful.
In the heat of the moment, I don't know.
Oh, we have seen like rats and stuff, right?
Yes.
Like there's vermin around? Okay.
Indeed.
So while you guys are doing the psychic stuff, I wonder if I could maybe get a lay of the land inside, especially if we have the time. I could like talk to bugs and rats and they could yeah. And I could maybe see if I can get a look in. I can share my sight with an animal that's willing, and I can speak to that animal first.
That would be useful for getting some kind of layout of the inside.
Yeah.
You know that rat is a criminal.
I don't think that big... Oh, you mean all the rats? Yes. The rat with his brains hanging out is not who I was planning to talk to.
But it's a sweet deal.
W is clearly visibly agitated at the idea of returning to the dumps at any point.
Okay, so what is the plan?
I believe we're opting for casual terrorism.
Attempting to formulate through psychic links that PW and Alistair can do, attempting to formulate sort of strife within the security of the manor.
Okay.
PWs are all just paranoia-inducing. They all sound like an unsheathing blade, or like the crackle of a spell, or just like something taking a heavy step behind you. They're all horrible.
Okay, and then so the idea then would be to make it easier to infiltrate?
We do exhaust resources so that they are not as on the game as they should be.
I see. So just like...
And to do the opposite of what you said had just happened with the heightened security. Perception checks are at advantage, and
I see.
The idea is to depress that by basically making it all less effective.
Okay, just because they're on guard for everything, therefore they're kind of ineffective at all things. Okay.
Yeah.
We could also give them a win by summoning your aberration and having him defeat it and cease our whispering activity. Everyone will.
Well, the big thing is that the
they
aberration does
rest.
vanish, so they would know what a summon is.
Okay.
So you'd get like that
Unless.
would be like, oh, okay. They might get that that's actually happening because there's a difference the way a summon disappears versus a
Right.
regular.
Well, and I have both minor illusion and phantasmal force. So you could also create visuals, ones that wouldn't get up close enough to them to hit, but ones that could create images, create fast moving things.
All right, so we're doing a little bit of psyops here. That'll work. All right, then we will take our break and come back to this insanity.
Okay.
Alrighty. Very fun. Let's get going. So, my psyops here. I know pretty much this is Patient Whisper and Alistair, so both give me deception checks with advantage because of all your ability. Fun.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice. Let's get out. One of these D20s is going to be the dice I got from you at Gen Con, Matt, so let's see how this goes. I'm going to say that one failed me. Sorry to say. The other gave me a dirty 20.
So unfortunately, I got a 2. Fortunately, it was followed by a 17.
Whew.
So dirty 20 and a 17, or dirty 20 and higher?
So I have 17 total.
Okay.
I could add some psychic oomph to it.
Oh my gosh, all this inspo. So much inspo. So many inspos over here. Yeah. So
Is that a psychic oomph or?
yeah, give me some psychic oomph.
Okay. I got 7 more oomph. For a 24.
I like it.
Definitely see that purple eye is a shining bright. That's a little creepy.
So, over the course of about a week here, the continual having to be on and ever watchful, thinking that something around the bend is going to happen, or that there are traitors in their midst. And more like, we're sure they're traitors in our midst, has begun to wear down here. And so they're still not going to be able to be surprised because they're convinced that they're still going to be attacked at any moment. But I would say that you have advantage on stealth checks going in due to just them being constantly on alert here.
And this was something that during break in the Discord we discussed. This probably won't affect that, I'm sure, but just a sort of a flavor thing. Part of what Alistair's doing is getting them to be paranoid about the current I'm sorry, is it Burgermeister? I keep wanting to say
Bergenmeister.
Bergenmeister. Sorry. I don't know why I keep wanting to say that wrong.
Burger Kate.
Yeah, the current Bergenmeister is going to replace them. And they're just prisoners as well. So little bits of like gossip about that, just to kind of flavor.
Okay. All right, fair enough. Can kind of put some seeds down there.
And in this time where PW and Alistair are doing that type of work, Nayland was hoping to befriend a small little animal, and then use like a combination of speak with animals and beast sense over that week to try and get eyes inside of the building.
Okay. Yeah, give me a persuasion check. Burn advantage or something.
Yes, I'm going to use inspo. Would you say this is animal handling?
No.
Okay. Fair enough.
Persuade this criminal.
Okay. I got a 17.
You got it. Yeah, so animal handling is only for domesticated animals or trained
Okay.
animals. And then basically, like, there's no way to work with wild animals. Then if you did your as soon as you do the speak with animals, now you're speaking to them, so it's more persuasion. It's more like, hey, want to do this for me, buddy?
It definitely makes sense. It was fair.
So in that case, getting a layout, I would say you are able to get that most of the cells are in under layers and basements. The rest of the state is more living quarters.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't give you, because they don't really think in feet, and so you get kind of a rough idea of it a little bit. But as you don't know what the Burgermeister looks like, you don't really know which cell would be theirs.
Do I have a sense of number?
Number of cells?
Either, of prisoners or guards or both.
Yeah, there's probably a total around there, but between 40 guards.
Okay.
Various places, because really the whole city and they go around, so it is like very like highly secure. There would be a lot of sneaking around potential. As far as prisoners, again, they don't do great on numbers, so more than 5.
Got it.
Do we think this is enough progress?
I say we're ready to go.
So is the plan through the cracks still? And did you have a way of doing that, Nayland?
I can do the crack quietly, but I guess maybe somebody keep a lookout. We'll try and time it to make sure that we're not spotted at the same time.
So we would need an additional separate distraction.
Tell me how you want to proceed.
I
I
have
could
a
attempt
stink
again.
bomb.
I mean, it's what there's different ways we could do distractions.
I do think we would probably, at least for our entry, want to keep the distraction minimal. Distracting enough that maybe they look the other way, but we don't want them to be overly suspicious right as we're going in the building or going through the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And clarifying, are we using that as the start and entrance or the exit? Because I think the only benefit we've had from our campaign of terror has been an increase to our ability to be sneaky.
Are you asking about a distraction being the entrance or the exit, or the crack in the wall?
Mostly the crack in the wall.
If we don't use it for an entrance, though, I don't know how we're going to get in. Because I don't think the gate's left open enough for us to get in that way.
True. I guess also I was not realizing that it would be silent, so it is already stealthy.
Mm.
So I'm good.
How
with
long do your... would there be benefit to creating an illusion that the wall is normal? We're the only ones that know we've blown a hole through it. Extra stealthy entrance and exit.
I'm looking
if
right
it
now.
can hold up for how long?
I'm looking right now to figure out how big it can be. Oh, there it is. Depends on the size of it, and that spell is too short.
Okay.
Yeah, the illusion spells that Alistair can do last about a minute.
Would a minute be long enough to hang up a banner? Something to cover the hole.
If we had something that we thought would work, they wouldn't be.
I believe the wall is just decorated in hands.
Does anyone sell a wall hanger of hands?
A wall hanger of hands? No.
PW is looking around at other people's hands.
I don't have enough, Alistair. I don't have enough PW. Alistair says he doesn't have. Alistair is disassociating rapidly.
This might take some time.
Okay. Try any other way in.
If we are unable to disguise our entry, it will rapidly become a fight.
I'm pretty certain I know the answer to this, but I gotta ask it anyways. Naylin can't take anyone with her on her Starlight Step, right?
No. And it doesn't go over the wall.
All right, he can't go through things, right? That's what we discovered.
Yeah.
We haven't seen anything shop-wise that would indicate that we'd be able to find some sort of scroll version of a spell that would provide an illusion. It seems high ticket for a prison.
Let me go back and look at those. No.
PW is mentally designing a hand poster.
I believe we go in through the crack and hope they don't see the hole.
I'm not sure there's an alternative.
Ready to make
Correct.
your move?
Yeah, I'm not sure there's an alternative. Like,
Well then, let's get going.
yeah.
Do we sorry, just for the sake of asking, Matt, since we had a week to prepare, do we think if we had spent enough time, we could have gone through like the junkyard or whatever, and like could we impersonate any of the guards? Do any of them wear enough armor or something like that that like we could like disguise one of us as a guard?
So all the guards are non-humanoid.
Yeah, okay.
So that's
I
sort
understand.
of rough.
No, that totally makes sense.
Okay. So what are we doing? Going to the crack?
I vote.
Yeah, I think that's what we have to do.
Yep.
I'm trying to be sneaky.
Okay.
You see, it's a quiet explosion.
Okay, perfect. So you're trying to cave in the crack and then go in the best you can. What's your
Through multiple levels, it sounds like.
Yeah. What's your distraction to get them to not look at this, if anything?
Can we hire a wagon?
So you want to like it's more of like a rail. Well, what do you want to do with the wagon? I mean, you can.
I think there's two options with the wagon. One, fill it with barrels of something that is incredibly repulsive and have them tip over in front of the hole that we just made so people want us to move our mess but not get close to it. Or you do that but you let the ram just run away wagon towards the manor and maybe it's on fire. You could also add fire to the first plan.
I don't think we want them looking at the hole.
Yeah, I think it's something like at the front gate or something. Some kind of distraction there that has them kind of go there.
Runaway wagon on fire?
Okay.
Yeah.
So a fiery wagon going on the other side of the manor.
Completely reasonable distraction.
In a town of crime, I imagine.
Okay, so you have enough time to get this. I'd say trying to get everything. Let's do. I would need 250 gold to get what you need.
Also, Alistair, you, if able, could put an aberration in the cart.
Yes. Yeah, no, that is certainly doable. It will be, well, if it's in the cart and in the fire, then they're going to know that it's a summon. So, like Matt already pointed that. So I don't know if that works against us if they know that, oh, someone else is somewhere summoning that.
They know it once they kill it.
Right. Okay. Okay.
So if it dies in a fiery explosion, is it that obvious?
Nope. That is. Nope. Yeah, I can do that. Absolutely. I also just paid the 250 gold.
Okay.
Find an unspeakable horror who loves to drive.
Give the driving lessons there. I devour all things.
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, it's just like I've had that nightmare too. They're chasing you when they're driving cop cars, and it's not a pleasant one. I'll use that one. Fine.
Based on the condition of the wall, do we think like a ram would be enough to get through this wall, or should I get like dynamite or something?
We have unused dynamite.
Yeah.
Okay. So dynamite is loud. So you want an explosion at the wall and then a fiery wagon?
I'm going to cast silence on the hole in the wall.
Okay, perfect.
So we just want to keep eyes away from the hole in the wall, which is the fiery wagon.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay.
The misdirection wagon.
Maybe it's Mr. Direction Wagon. You don't know.
Or simply the destruction wagon.
Okay, in that case, we will get started. As you set up your stuff, the flaming wagon goes here.
Sorry, I didn't look up the wagon stat block.
Yeah. So fires, and there is explosions loud and explosions unheard. As you
Wagons by Michael Bay.
Yeah. You get into the silented area. So the first things first. The three of you sneak into the yard. Not all leaving their post, but they're certainly distracted. Go ahead and give me stealth checks.
Use the inspirations. I don't need one, but don't forget them.
Right.
Doity 20.
That is a
3. I got a 3 and then a 23.
Nice.
Are we rolling with advantage? I forget. We're not. No.
If you use the inspiration, you would.
Okay.
Yes, using 1 inspiration.
Okay. I'll use an inspo then as well.
Oh, wait. What was the benefit of the guards? The whispers with the
Stealth.
guards?
Stealth check, I believe.
So you have advantage on stealth, yes.
Got
No,
it. Okay.
it's the lower. Yeah. Yes, you do have it. Sorry.
Got it.
Gotcha.
Retract 1 inspiration usage.
So there's a 15 for Alistair.
You said 15?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what did patient get?
23.
3. Okay. All right. So In that case, quickly moving, sticking to the side of the walls, you're able to get through the yard and up to the main house. Going through this wall, there is sort of a back door that you have access to. It is locked. What would you like to do?
Is it locked on our side?
It is locked. There's like an interior lock, keyhole, built-in lock.
Can we see through that door, or is that just a solid door?
I mean, it's a solid door. It's a door.
Do we continue on and hope this is an escape later, or leave it?
Is there a way to continue on?
I think the door is the way to, like, there's a back door.
I think we
we
just
have
need
to
to get through the door.
Yeah, I think we just need to get through the door.
Yeah, right now this is the door. If you want to try to look for other ways, you can, I guess. But
I will. I can check the door for traps.
all right, go give me an investigation check.
That is a 16.
Okay.
Unless it needs more.
See, looking closely, don't see any traps upon the door.
I'll attempt to pick the lock.
Okay. Go give me the thieves' tool.
Is it a separate proficiency, or is it just sleight of hand? Because I have thieves' tool, but they don't have a rollable function.
So, if you are proficient in thieves' tools, you can roll sleight of hand.
It says that I am, but it did not give me proficiency on the roll. This is under my list of tool
Yeah,
proficiencies.
yeah. So it means that you can hit sleight of hand instead of.
Got it. Okay.
So, if you're not proficient in thieves' tools, you must use a dex check. If you are, you may use your sleight of hand skill.
Wait. 26.
Okay. So very quietly, the door opens up. Immediately on the other side here, you open it up quietly enough to where you can see what appear to be about 7 imps that are busy in what appears to be a kitchen, frying up various putrid meats, adding tons of butter to everything, and salt. They haven't noticed you just yet.
Do we see an exit from this room?
Yeah, on the other side of this, there is a door that seems to lead elsewhere into the house.
How close would you need to pass to the imps in order to get to the other door? Like, is
So
this
it's just
behind them, or
well, it's behind the sense that they are all like on the walls cooking,
Mhm.
right? They're looking at the different walls, the counter spaces. Then the center, there's like a little island. So you basically have to walk directly behind them within 5 feet.
Peter's going to look back at Alistair and look back at the room? You see his wrist blade slowly start to protrude. Alistair, you're going to hear in your mind. Ding dong ding. Alistair, I believe you should go first.
It does not send. Yeah, Alistair will. Are we? I guess we'll try to be stealthy. We'll see how that works. It's not, but
Is the room laid out in such a way that if they were huddled around like one dish, we could get them in a corner that it would be easier to pass by?
Yeah.
We hide my stink bomb in some of their food.
Would they even notice?
It's true. I assume coming into this, we would have been psychically linked to each other.
Yeah.
Is that a fair assumption?
It lasts for hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there... I'm just going to say what I want to do, and you can tell me if there's even a situation to do this. If there's two imps close enough together, Alistair's got his invisible mage hand. Could he, like, pick up a frying pan, two imps near each other, smack one of the imps in the back of the head to make it look like the other imp did it? Just start a brawl?
Okay. Give me... I'll let you have an intelligence sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand, okay. But let's see. Yeah, well, that gives me a little bit of a boost.
You can take an inspo on this.
I can't take an inspo on this.
So worse, it's your intelligence modifier. That's as bad as it can be.
Right. That is... What was that? That's a 19 overall.
Okay. Very good. So, all right. So kind of ding, 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 and they go, what? What's this? And they start arguing, and everyone looks away to this one area. You did it in such a way where the main attention is off, and they cross over, and so you can kind of hug a counter and maybe have, I'll say, I'll lower the DC on any stealth check if you're trying to sneak by.
Excellent.
All right.
$28. No, that can't be right. 26.
Okay.
I'm using an inspo, and
advantage is still in effect, isn't it?
Yeah, there's advantage on all stealth checks.
Oh, okay, then yeah, all right.
Still.
That was another 15.
Okay. MPW?
24.
Nice. So you quickly go in and out of the room. All right. Then you come through a hallway that seems to go to a main entertaining room that has 3 fireplaces and chains, as well as various pokers that could be put into the fires to make them hot. Sort of like a leisurely torture chamber. So that the torture could be nice and comfy and that type of thing.
I mean, it's the ambiance is not terrible. I mean, it's clean. It's very
Is this
clean.
what you're into, Alistair?
Alistair shoots Nail over, trying to stay positive.
Remember that we can hear your thoughts, Alistair. I warned you about this before.
And so you have see from here there's a stairway going up, and there's a door on the side here of the hallway. This is all made of metal for the most part, like just iron, and then this really nicely finished room. So an iron door and stairs that go upwards. What would you like to do?
Our goal is to go down, so I think the door, right?
It seems reasonable.
Yeah, that's what your scout said. We should go down. Yeah, or at least see where the door leads.
I also get the sense that they prefer to prolong visitors' stays here. We should keep an eye out for any healing supplies. Which I was going to check the room for before we went downstairs.
Okay, so you want to try to take some time here. In that case, use your D6.
Oh,
To each of us, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
I rolled a 6.
I rolled a 1.
I also rolled a 6.
Oh,
Oh.
I hope 6 is good.
Okay.
40 Maleficents.
Amazing. So, you go about this kind of leisurely torture chamber, and here, you begin. Look, you begin during your search. What you are able to find are actually. Nayland and Patient, each roll me a d4, please.
Oh. 2.
Okay.
It's a 4.
Okay, so then Nayland. So actually, in total, then you are able to find 6 potions of greater healing.
Wowie.
That are for just that to kind of prolong and keep people going correctly.
Some of these vials are smudged with bodily fluids. PW is trying to clean them before he puts them away.
As you do this, you hear a guttural voice. Intruder. You see the metal melded demons that will, one of them that usually patrol the walls has come upon you. Roll for initiative.
Oh, not again.
Yes. Okay. 24.
Okay. Perfect. So, 24 for patient. So that's the same as Nayland. All right. So, thing growls angrily. And Nayland, it's your turn. I guess patient, it's your turn.
Classic Nayland. How many are in the room? It is 2 or is it just 1?
Just the one. Nayland, it's your turn now.
Nayland regains consciousness.
Oh, sorry. I had the vapors. Let's see. There's just one person here.
Yes.
Okay, and clearly we've all been seen.
Yes.
Okay, great. Love that. What type of is this an imp or is this a?
No. This is
Okay.
quite scary. I put the picture in handouts. Quite scary metal inserted type of demon you saw throwing somebody into a portal earlier.
Oh, okay.
Officially known as the Farastu Demoden.
And we have the same initiative. You did not hear that part.
Oh, lovely. Okay, you and I have the same initiative.
We do indeed.
Oh, great. So what have you? Dude obviously took your action first and kicked us off.
Nope. Nayland's
As it turns out,
Maps up. Ignore the burning carriage up front.
Look at him. He's so cute.
So cute.
just give him a hug.
I say, Intruder? Would we be hanging out in your parlor if we were intruders? We're waiting for our meeting.
Give me a deception with disadvantage.
Okay. Can you use an inspiration on disadvantage?
I mean, you can to make it flat.
Let's do that. Okay, I rolled a 16.
16. It thinks you're full of it.
Lovely. Okay. All right. Let's see. Was that just free talking or was that an action?
That was free talking, and I'll give that to you.
All right. I'm gonna do bonus action, Hail of Thorns, and then I'm gonna shoot him with my gun.
Got it.
Let's see. So I'm like, all right, shit. And I take my spear out, I flip it around, you hear some metal as it turns into it doesn't really turn into a rifle, but it sits on my shoulder, and then the tip of the spear goes and shoots off. And that is a 21.
That will hit.
Excellent.
Ugh!
Let's see. Okay. Alrighty, I need a dex save. DC 15.
Okay. That is 17.
Okay, so then it's going to be 12 piercing damage plus 4 fire damage plus 6 Hail of Thorns damage. I think that's still just piercing damage.
Okay, seems like it took the fire in stride. The rest seemed to go through pretty well.
Okay. Oh, and then I shoot again.
Second shot.
17.
That will hit.
Oh, lovely.
Again,
9. Another 13 piercing.
nice.
And then fire, but it would be not taken.
It takes the fire. It just is resistant.
Got it. Another 4 fire.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Anything else?
That is it for me.
All right. Patient.
PW is going to run forward and jump off of the table and swing his arm blade that shoots out at the same time forward at its face.
There you go.
Did I make little beds with dead bodies? Yes. Yes, I did.
All right. Give me acrobatics check. I need a 20, and you would have advantage on this and gain sneak. You're using the table.
16 plus... oh, shit. 27.
Okay, so you can roll with advantage.
One plus... that's a dirty 20.
That will hit.
How do I use the damage boost if I wanted to use the damage boost?
D6,
Sure.
but since it's the natural 20, 2d6.
That's a dirty 20.
It's a dirty
Oh,
20.
30. Then yeah.
So you just roll a d6.
Okay.
Use it and we keep track.
Okay, so that would be 16 magical piercing damage.
Very cool.
And then I'm here next to it. No one is here with me, unfortunately. I'm going to
That was with your
remaining,
right?
negative. Well, I don't think I would have had enough. Oh, because I was attacking with advantage. I did not
Correct.
attack. You are correct. I need to add in.
Guys, he's being generous. I don't like it.
4d6. Oh, that's for 15
I
additional
didn't- I
magical
couldn't
piercing
take
damage.
Okay.
I do.
All right. See. Next.
Okay.
Yeah,
And then
sorry, go ahead.
bonus action. Yep, I was going to say bonus action. I do it again.
Let's go.
Swing out again.
Swing, better, swing.
For a 16.
Oh, it's ready for this one as it catches the blade in its claw.
Ooh.
Kind of hot.
I think I can. Would that count as? That would not count as an ability check. I could not add a psi bolster. Or can
Right. Attack is not an ability check.
Check is not. Okay. Check. Okay. Then, yep, that is the end of my turn. I stand next to it menacingly.
So, does Cybost to help attacks, though?
Was that, sorry?
But does Cybost help attacks, though?
I don't believe that it does. Fail an ability check using a skill or tool of which you have proficiency. You can roll one energy die.
Okay. Let's see if you have another thing. Or maybe it's homing strikes. I think there might be another type of ability. Maybe you don't have it yet.
Yeah, I have steady aim, but not homing strikes. I think that's one more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one more level.
All right. Then it takes that same claw and coming down with a 26 to hit.
Oh.
Yeah.
That will do it.
All right. Slashes down your arm and pierces the metal from your back, grappling you tight for 11 slashing damage.
Well, uncanny dodge that to half, so for that 6 or 5.
All right. 5.
Okay.
And then I believe that next one is Naylan, yes?
Closest to him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they're going to drag PW over because it wants to grab Naylan in the other hand.
Wow.
What's
Not
its reach?
with one of us.
Well, it's walking. It's dragging.
It's literally like this. Here, I'll
Yeah.
show you. Hold on. Come here.
Yeah. And what it actually is doing, it's sort of like on the wall too, sort of on the wall, take dragging PW with it.
Ugh.
Doing that.
There we go. And goes to attack for 17.
Miss.
Oh.
It's my fancy exotic armor.
I was really expecting the word.
Frustrated, it looks back at PW and tries to take a hunk out of that meta chassis for 28 to hit.
That will hit. I do have a question. Would grapple impede my ability to use Sentinel as he attacked someone within 5 feet of me that is not me?
No, you can still grapple.
So while he's trying to bite down on me and getting a good piece of my chest, I am punching him in the side of the face with the arm blade.
Love it.
Guys, I think this is why PW has yet to die. Like, fuck you. You want to catch me? Fine,
Yeah, let's
go.
make that roll.
Boom.
That is a 17.
That just hits, and it gets you sneak attack.
Ooh.
Ooh, that is 20 magical piercing damage with sneak attack.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh.
All right.
What's the creature's reach? Did it get within 5 feet of me to hit me?
It did.
Okay, I hit it with the butt of my spear.
Nice.
That is a 17.
That hits.
Ah! Oh. 5. bludgeoning damage.
Okay. It sneers as it bites into the metal chassis for 10 piercing damage, and its saliva dips into the inner workings of your mechanical body for 23 additional acid damage.
Frickin' frick.
Jeez.
I actually do have a thing about Sentinel. Is Sentinel a reaction?
It is a reaction, yes.
And did you uncanny dodge as a reaction?
That was before my turn started, so I got my reaction back.
It couldn't have been, because it attacked after you.
That's right, because we were doing a sentinel reaction.
Now you're jumping down.
I do not remember.
So uncanny dodge was after your turn.
Gotcha. So I would not have had the sentinel attack then.
So we're going to actually hear that 20. Okay. I just realized that. I was like, oops, I don't think you had that. All right. We take that damage. So we have a bloodied patient, or an oilied patient. And Alistair, it is your turn.
Okay. So I can't do, even with sorcerer shenanigans, I cannot do 2 leveled spells on a turn, but I can do a leveled spell and a cantrip.
Yes.
Okay. Use a sorcery point to quicken a mind sliver on it. So Alistair, in the moment, sees it, gets shocked. His head sort of jerks, and there's a similar mental jerk in its head. That's a DC 16 intelligence save.
Intelligence save.
Matt, how much is therapy for Alistair?
That is 14.
Right. So he takes 7 psychic damage,
Nice.
and he has got to take minus a d4 from his next saving throw.
Ooh, very nice.
Because now what happens is Alistair's eyes start to burn. They start to burn and smoke, and lightning bolt at him.
Okay.
So that is DC 16 Dex save with the Bane effect, basically.
Okay.
Am I included in this by chance?
Yes.
Well, he's that big. Can I aim up at his head?
So he is technically a medium creature, unfortunately.
Okay. Oh, okay.
No, he's not.
Okay. Then we're not going to do
Well,
it.
actually, let me think. I guess because they can't occupy the same space, and it's only 5 foot, so you can aim at just them
Okay.
from your position. Just, yeah,
Okay.
that is a possibility. Now that I think about it, but it's a dex save. Here we go.
Yep.
Minus a d4 for a total of 16.
All right. He still made it. So it's going to take half of this. It's only going to take 15.
Okay. All right. Screeches having VW there. Very good. Anything else?
That's about all he can do. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck off.
All right. Do we go to Naylan?
I am going to. Mentally in my mind, I'm like, Alistair, do you need to speak to cast your magic?
Not necessarily.
Okay, because I'm worried about. I don't want another one to show up, so I'm going to use my action to cast silence around us.
Okay.
Okay.
And let's see. Oh, that was a spell, though. All right. I will. Well, I guess I'll just stay where I am. Actually, that's it for my turn.
All right. Patient.
So I started stabbing him. So, question: to drink a potion, is that an action or a bonus action?
So we allow it as a bonus.
Gotcha. I am going to bonus action pour a superior healing potion into the gaping chest wound that was recently made. At the same time, out loud, you'll hear me saying, you actually won't hear anything. You'll just see that my jaw is like moving a little bit. But you can hear me thinking, remove your caustic fluids from my pristine inlets. And I will roll 8d4 plus 8.
Nice.
For a number 25 plus 8, 33.
Woo.
And you could say that I am at a nice number of hit points. And that is my bonus action. And for my action, I believe now I am held sideways, so I'm going to stab upwards into the center of his chest, aiming for where a heart would normally be, and just giving my blade a good, vicious wiggle.
Okay. Oh yeah, so you're attacking there?
Sideways. I just put you that way so we could see.
Correct.
All right. Trying to get in there. Let's see it.
And it's a 21.
That hits.
I believe that is 10 magical piercing damage.
Okay. You do have your sneak, I believe.
Total of 24 magical piercing.
Nice. It is bloodied.
That was my action and my bonus action. Grappled means that I cannot. My speed is 0, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I wiggle aggressively.
All right. Taking a lot of damage from you. It is now going to focus up and start with a bite upon patient. Oh, only for a 16.
It meets only air. The wiggling intensifies.
Then a 12 and a 13. Jeez. All right. It's just trying to rip out. Unable to get any type of purchase. We go to Alistair.
Shoot. All right. Okay. Just trying to figure out what to do, and then it became my turn all of a sudden.
It's so fast when there's only 3 of us.
Yeah, that's exactly the problem.
More monsters to give you more turns.
No, that's all right. We're good. We're good. Thank you. Thank you, art department.
We have monsters at home.
We have monsters at home. Well, the psychic damage did some work, so Alistair is going to sort of focus and is going to project the chattering that he hears all the time into this thing's head for dissonant whispers.
Nice.
So DC 16 wisdom save.
It's healthy to share your trauma. I'm just not sure if it's healthy that way.
That is 19.
Dang it. But it's still going to take
them all week.
Half. That's 15. That's 15 psychic damage halved.
7.
So you know what? He's going to quicken. He's going to quicken Eldritch Blast. He's going to send a couple Eldritch Blasts at this thing because we need to end this fight somewhat soon. That's going to be a 24 to hit.
That hits.
And the second one is a 14.
That will miss.
No miss. Okay.
It uses patient as a bat to swing it away.
It's That's not great. That is a 9 more force damage to it.
Okay. Skin begins to disintegrate as it calls out silently. Now, is Alistair in the silent there?
Yeah, I've been keeping track of
Okay.
my. I have to use a sorcery point. So I'm sorry, I should have said these are all being.
Gotcha. So you're subtle casting.
Cast. Yeah, these are all being subtle cast.
Perfect. Okay.
Burning through my sorcery points.
Love it. Nailin.
Okay, I flippy my spear around and I take 3 stabs. Okay. Lowest is 20.
They all hit.
Okay. Well, I didn't roll the bonus action one yet, though. Okay, but this one is going to be... 15 piercing. I will favored foe it for another d6. That's 6, so add another 6 piercing.
Nice.
And then I flip the spear around to get him with the butt. That's going to be I think I missed a 14.
Yeah.
Okay.
It bounces off BW. Boing! BW is the shield at this point.
That's it.
You hear
Actually,
disappointment.
no. That is it for me.
All right. Patient.
Wait a moment while he's like rearing me back like a club, and then I reach out to stab him in the back.
All right.
For a 19.
That hits.
28 magical piercing damage.
Woo!
Very good.
How's he looking?
Bloody and bad. Very bad.
That's good. I will bonus action, shove it in farther.
Okay. Yeah. Cut in deep, trying to get to its blackened heart.
Oh, that is a 24.
A 24 hits.
Get wrecked.
That is 9 magical piercing damage.
Okay.
And I end my turn with my arm blade up to the hilt in the back of this thing's chest.
Absolutely. Like with that, it is horribly injured. It's going to try to run out upstairs with Patient Whisper in tow. This would give an up attack to Naylin.
Yes, and you will take it. Aha! 18, 19, 20, over 20. Over 20.
Okay.
Okay. And then we get you with a 12 piercing.
Okay. Running away, trying to get out. You're able to crack it on its head. And how do you want to kill it?
Oh!
Didn't move.
I stab right where PW's thing is sticking it, and it goes through, and we're both in the same hole.
Oh, nice. Gah, gah, you rip out, and it falls defeated silently.
Clang, PW hits the floor.
In the silence.
Nalen's mouth is moving because she's complaining about how reckless it was to get spotted, but nobody can hear what she's saying.
Alistair projects into both of their heads using the mind link. We should probably leave this room and proceed quickly.
Do we just leave the body? Do we attempt to try and hide it? It's big.
My screen!
I know where it can go, and I will try to put it onto one of the torture tables.
The torture verandas, yes.
Yeah, and just toss it into one of those chairs.
Excellent. Alistair will pick up one of the pokers and just shove the poker through its chest or something.
Oh, nice.
just to add to the effect. I don't know. Let's leave. Let's leave now.
Only Nayland will hear PW going, yes.
We knew it.
And on we frolic.
Yeah.
Okay, where are you going?
I believe there were stairs.
The stairs
The
go
door.
up, and then there's a side door.
Yes, it tried to flee going up, and I think that's not where we want to go.
In the opposite direction.
So go to the door.
Let's go and see if it is unlocked.
All right. Going to the door, you try it, and it does seem to be unlocked. As you see iron stairs bolted and welded leading down as the smell of blood and feces wafts up towards you.
It smells
Good.
like the right
The right direction. What were you saying, Nayland?
that it smells like the right direction. I was agreeing with you.
Well, it's not Terry. What?
Proceed in as dignified a manner as possible.
Yeah.
Down the staircase.
Right. You hear a call in a language I don't think anyone has.
It's not abyssal or primordial, is it?
It is not.
Okay.
Is it infernal?
Nope.
Okay.
Hmm.
Cool.
Clearly Sylvan.
Though, hold on. I can. Yeah. He'll pull out his notebook. Cast comprehend languages.
This is after you hear it, so you take your action here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So if there's anything else that comes. Yeah.
How do you want to proceed down?
The sound came from down the stairs?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Daniel. I just clarified. You can go ahead.
PW moves next to Alistair to make sure that he does not walk off the side of the staircase because he's reading a book while we're walking.
I've done this before. It's fine.
I'm aware. I would move to proceed downward.
Mhm.
Okay.
Sneakily, hopefully.
All right. Give me stealth checks as a group, please. Just to have the advantage.
Come on.
17.
18.
Ooh.
A 1, then a 23.
Okay. So in that case, you quietly move down the stairs as you hear Alistair. I said hurry up. I have to sound the alarm and to fill out all the paperwork if you don't give the passphrase. Come on.
Alistair will mentally tell everyone that what he just heard.
You can see another similar creature to the one you killed upstairs with keys that are kind of attached on one of the hooks that come out of its body, hanging there. It's trying to peer down, but you are too far in the shadows for it to see you.
That's below us or above us?
You've come down the stairs at this point, and now stand on an iron floor. You can see it continues for about 60 feet, with cells on either side. Do have individuals in it. At the very end, it makes what appears to be a sharp right-angled turn to the right, and that's kind of where this creature first came from. Is now coming down the hallway, generally towards you, towards the stairs that you came down.
Did it seem as if the creature was talking to a prisoner, asking for the passcode?
It feels like no. It seems like it's shouting down the hall, like towards the stairwell.
Gotcha.
So, comprehend languages is not a concentration spell.
Okay.
So I just have it for an hour. Can I subtle cast detect thoughts to see if he's got the passphrase that he's waiting for at the surface of his mind?
Ooh.
I like you. Okay. Yeah. You do hear it, and it is prisoners all. And then you sense that he knows that his phrase, if someone says prisoners all, is but some prisoners are better than others.
He's going to... So, because I don't think that comprehend languages... Yeah, see, comprehend language is not tongues.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't say it back in his language. Alistair will quickly let the others know. The passphrase is prisoners all. He's probably not going to expect it in common. So I don't know what his reaction would be. Any ideas, or do you want me to just call out the passphrase?
I don't have anything better.
All right, why don't the two of you stay back here in the darkness? Stay hiding.
So the only thing you would know, because the way your mind stuff works,
Mhm.
is you are aware that telepathy doesn't rely on languages.
Okay. So I could say it to him telepathically, and it would.
You've done this before, so yeah, like
Okay.
the thoughts convey perfectly what you're trying to say.
Okay.
And people don't hear telepathy in another language; they hear it in what the person meant to use their mind to do.
Gotcha. Okay. So Alice is going to say, we're all going to stay in shadows for now. I'm going to try it telepathically. If he doesn't like that and wants to see someone, you two stay in the shadows. I'll move forward. I'll come up with some story. We'll see where this goes. Does that work for the two of you?
Yeah, we have your back.
Okay.
Indeed.
Alistair will mentally project prisoners all.
You hear back, some are better than others. I don't recognize your voice. You knew?
Yes.
Watch the door. I'm going to go back to the special guest. Make sure that he's secured. And they turn around. Their metal nails scraping and sparking against the floor.
clarifying, does this room have multiple levels or is it all one level? Like, are there cells above one another or just only a single level?
This is one level that you see right here.
And is he now walking
It turns
back?
around, so it might go further deep, but
So he is going back away from us now.
correct. It makes a right angle turn and out of your sight.
And the right angle turn. Okay. So Alistair will, again, the others, I can only assume the special guest is who we need to see as well.
That would make sense.
We should follow him.
Yeah, I agree. So I think we'll start following.
Alistair
As
should
we
remain.
Sorry, say what?
Go ahead, Nayland.
Well, were we to walk down the hallway, are prisoners going to see us?
I was also going to ask about how the prisoners around us looked.
So you're still sort of hiding from them. So, but if you are very sneaky, they might not be able to notice, because as you look at them, they're not like at the cell doors or anything. They're slumped, various races, scars. There's a fair amount of what you recognize now as semi-transparent petitioners who seem like they have transparent organs that have been taken out and are out so they're hanging by the ceiling from like intestines.
Do we
Like
recognize
sausages.
anyone?
Looking, I would say not so much recognized, but you do seem particularly in one cell trying to kind of screw themselves back together is like a petitioner form of a Warforged in infiltration mode.
Does he look bigger than me?
A little, actually, just a little more slighter, almost as if pieces from the innards have been removed and they've like redone their plates to go over a thinner frame.
It's almost imperceptible. PW stands slightly straighter.
Just visually, could we get any idea of how the locking mechanism on the doors works? Is
Each
it
one
just like
seems
a traditional-
to lock individually, just with a keyhole.
Gotcha.
Did the spiky hook dude have more than one key on him, or just the one key that we saw?
There were 3 keys on the ring.
Well, that's a lot of keys. Since he believes you are a guard,
Sneak ahead.
Alistair, do you believe that you should stay here or accompany us as he assigned you to guard this?
And again, you got the idea because of your stealth check. He didn't really see any of you. He just understood that you were from something, so he never got sight of you. Just to be clear.
But he did see Alistair, correct?
No, he did not.
No, I didn't.
Oh, he just
Okay.
got telepathic voice. Okay, so he has no idea where anybody is. Got it.
Yeah, I amended when it was going to be telepathic to not step out of the shadows unless I needed to. So
Gotcha.
I think we should stick together. So
I
we
do
will
believe
continue
also your invisible mage hands might come in handy for getting the keys.
yep, thought of that too.
We also have the stink bomb.
We do. We do.
Pink Panther music continues.
All right, so what's the plan?
I believe we are going to
Moving
continue
forward.
pursuit.
Follow him.
Okay. So give me another stealth check for the group, please.
None of my guys have been rolling well tonight. Come on.
30, 20.
15.
3 and then a 21.
You're like, I'm taking this advantage.
Just never not.
So again, as a group, both of you keep picking Alistair up and just sort of carrying in between. Nope.
I have 0 modifier on my stealth roll. You're just getting my die roll. That's all you're getting.
We know.
You quietly make your way. The prisoners don't seem to take notice of you. You do walk by what appear to be a few intelligent animals that have put the days that have been imprisoned here. You turn the corner. You see a winged person with slightly silvery skin in a cell, as well as a very badly beaten unicorn. And you can see the end sitting on a little wooden chair, not aware of your presence, is the individual with the keys on a hook, looking to what looks like another demon in a cage, beaten, but wearing some type of uniform that has been soiled several times and bloodied. We're assuming it's the Burschenmeister, the former one.
First, we can never tell Kelly about this night. We have to agree now.
Alistair asks no questions, just says, yes, understood. Just
It was a regular horse.
yes, it was. I did. It's absolutely a regular horse.
Not majestic in any way. Does it look like there are any manual alarms around, or is it just cells and this fool with the keys?
Give me a perception check.
$23.
Okay. You can see some a few crystals at the end here. One is red and one is clear. So I think the one might be more of a general alert. Not sure what the other one is necessarily linked to.
How far away is
Where you
Spike
are,
from?
you are 25 feet away.
And how far is Spike Man away from the crystals?
Oh, they're away from the crystals. They are about 10 feet away from the crystals.
Alistair, do you believe you could convince him to give us those keys? Just kidding.
Well, I mean, sorry, didn't. I'm thinking.
You could attempt to lure him away from those alarm panels.
If we go back around the corner, I could see if I could get him to come and help. It would get him far enough away.
You could tell him it looks like one of them is about to expire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I think we should be far away. I think the minute he sees that I'm just a human, I do not think he's going to. I think that's going to trigger a warning to him. So,
Do you feel any restrictions on your magic in this place?
I have not yet.
Then we should be able to solve the problem.
Is our plan just to ambush him?
Given the situation, I'm fairly certain we can't. I don't think we can fully get rid of him without incapacitating him. Do you have an ability to make things quiet again?
Yes. One more time.
One more time. And I think PW is right. We have to get him away from the crystals and then try to keep him occupied. Matt, this is just out of curiosity, are there like objects, loose bricks, anything sort of lying around? Sorry, let me be more specific of what I want.
Sure.
The idea is if things kick off and he just runs and tries to hit these crystals, is there something I could lift with my mage hand and put it in the way, like literally covering the crystal to try to stop him from being able to actually get to it?
It is fairly a well kept place.
Okay.
So if you have something, you could probably do that, but it's not.
I might have something.
I mean, the chair probably weighs a little more than 5 pounds,
Right? Yeah.
or 10 pounds, whatever it is. So, but the chair would be if you like animate objects, you wanted to use the chair to block, you probably use something like that.
I don't have anything like that.
Is it like are the crystals resting on a cradle or something? Like, is it as simple as like we can like quote unquote unplug the phone?
They're attached. It looks like they're affixed to a wall.
Okay.
And our belief is that they would be activated by touch. So if we were to smash them, that would also turn them on.
Yeah, that was my other thought. But yeah, I'm imagining that if we tried to sabotage them, that would just put the alarm off.
Can you cast an illusion that puts them in a different place on the wall?
If we think that that would actually fool him.
In an emergency.
Yeah. I'm assuming a minor illusion can do something like that.
Let's see here. So minor illusion.
If not, I could use phantasmal force.
Create a sound or an image of an object. So you can make additional crystals. You can't hide
The crystal, right?
Crystals.
Can copy and paste empty wall and paste it over crystal wall.
Correct.
Yeah, I think phantasmal force would let me do it. It says I can create a phantasmal object, creature, or other visible phenomena that is no larger than a 10-foot cube.
Yes, I would call that a reasonable phenomenon, probably.
Yeah. So I could do that. That's a little more taxing, but I can do that if necessary.
You cast move light switch.
But do we want to just start by trying to get him away from the wall? And
yes, you should draw him closer. We will attempt to wait in ambush.
Okay.
I'm just going to. I have it in my inventory. I'm just going to set a hunting trap for when he approaches this end of the hallway.
Okay. Kind of gently get that out. That'll work.
Could illusion that. That would be funny.
Yeah. Two traps. One is an illusion. Which one?
One of us tells only lies. Is there anywhere, I assume this is somewhat well lit, there's not a way to like get up on the side of a wall and try to spider monkey at him?
I mean, they would see you.
And I won't do that. Do my best metallic impression of bars.
Of bars.
I do believe we're just waiting in the shadows, right? Then for him to get closer.
Yes,
Calling
Alistair
forward?
will lure him.
Okay.
And we'd like to leave this corner of the hallway. We want to do it more towards the door.
Yeah, around the corner.
I think just around the
corner.
corner. I don't we need to go all the way back to the door, just around the corner so that as he's coming, he's not doesn't see us until the last minute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're trying to hide from them? Because they're not coming at you right now.
I think the idea is for those two to be somewhat hidden so that when he gets close, they'll have some element of surprise.
And you as well, no? Because you're talking to him in his head. So
Yeah, I mean, yeah, to an extent, I get less out of that. Like the surprise doesn't, and he's going to be the one coming to me, so I think it's less important.
Okay. So you're just over the corner so they turn and run into you.
Because I'm assuming, I don't know if it's true or not, I'm assuming that he would not expect the new guard to be a human. He would expect it to be somebody more fiend like him. So I think the minute he sees me, he's going to know something's up.
Fair enough. And so what's the plan here?
I think PW's idea was a good one. I think Alistair is going to sort of send out to him. Might start with, sir, pardon me, prisoners all. There's an issue. I think one of the prisoners looks like they might be dying, like really realsy dying, and I don't know it's my first day. I don't know what to do.
So when they turn the corner, what's the plan?
I think we're holding actions to attack.
Okay.
Perfect.
And I'm going to cast silence.
Okay.
Going to cast stab repeatedly.
Alrighty. In that case, we're going to resolve this way, because you have a lot of skills that might work here. Each of you, please give me a d20 roll.
Okay.
Oh,
Single D20.
Yeah.
I rolled a 1.
That works out.
But baby, that's good.
20.
I rolled a 17.
Okay. So the nat 20 and the 1. That's really interesting. So
I'm like, it could go both ways.
Okay. In that case, they come over to you. You're able to get the jump on them and knock them unconscious. Based on them trying to run away. I know you have Sentinel, reducing their stuff to 0, all the things, as you beat them down into unconsciousness. The one crystal, however, begins to slowly have at first a dull green that seems to be growing some type of timing effect. As you are able to, we have the cell of the Burgenmeister here, though. What would you like to do?
Can we carry him towards the crystals?
Pick them up,
Mhm.
and as you get them back towards the crystals, the color fades once more.
Oh, Genius.
PW drops him very unceremoniously.
In looks this kind of scarred individual beats and looks at you. What? Who are you? What are you doing here?
That would probably take too long to explain. Are you by any chance the former Virgin Meister?
Yes. You here to get me out of here?
Yes.
Let's open up. Let's get out of here.
For how much gold can you give us?
You feel pride from across the room.
If I'll give you what I don't have any on me. If I can get control of this place back, that's a little bit more complicated than getting out of here, though.
I'm going to shout from the other side. Would a completely normal horse help?
Kind of thinks for a moment. All right. Kind of looks at you, Nayland, for a moment. Okay. I'll tell you what. On our way out, I think I can get us. It's not going to be gold, but it'll be some potions. That's what I can give you on our way out. I know how to access a place.
Potions of.
They're usually used for defense in case something was made. There's a few different ones.
Alistair is mentally talking to both PW and Nayland and saying, lovely as this conversation is, I think simply getting out really should be the priority, because there's a lot more of those things and the big elephant-like things that are hit really hard. Perhaps best to ask him if he knows a way out other than the way we got in, or are we going to have to retrace our steps?
Yeah. Nayland's like sort of like doing that thing where she's rubbing her finger in her ear, trying to like get the thoughts out. All right. Fine. Potions. That's good. Do you, having been the previous resident here, know of the best way out?
No, I'm assuming how you got in.
All right, then.
There is a tunnel, actually, that we can get to. It isn't here, but we're not going past the potions if we're going through the tunnel. But there's one thing I can give you from there. If we go that way, though. But that's all I can get to.
All right.
Alistair's just staring at Nayland. Staring at Nayland like...
Okay. On the way, so takes out, he's able to press in a brick that opens up a passage. And as you go through, he grabs a cloak and hands it to you. It is a cloak of elven kind.
Oh, that's me.
Can we tell which keys open which cells?
There's only 3, so easy enough you can get into this. Do you want to do more?
I was going to ask
freeing
about
the
the other
perfectly
cells.
normal horse? That what you want to do?
I feel like if the story were ever to, by chance, get out, we would never be forgiven.
All right.
So you asked about that. He'll go, it's like you can try. Some cells are especially. All these cells have different alarms on them that are made when the lock is inserted.
But is he like an evil horse?
So if you want to open up, so do you want to open up the unicorn or no?
I say yes.
So-
At the very least, it's a distraction. I think we open up the unicorn and just let the unicorn find its own way out of here.
And clarifying what's in the third cell, because we have the Virgin Meister, the totally normal horse, and
It was a winged being with like silver skin.
Yes.
do we believe that it is not possible for us to stand in front of them simultaneously and turn keys simultaneously to open them all?
I mean, it's not like a ring, but yeah, you can get them off if you want.
Yeah. There's 3 of us. There are 3 keys. We can get them all open.
You can do it.
Let's do it. I'm excited about this plan.
Virgin Meister, if you know of a reason by which we should not open these cells, don't tell us. I don't want to hear it.
Alistair's leaving the unicorn to PW. He's going to go to the silver, and Nalen's made the deal with the Burgermeister, so he'll go to the silver skinned winged individual.
So you open the cell doors.
Jesus.
Energy starts to throw out of them. The one that's silver, like the muscles start to buff up a little bit.
Mhm.
Eyes grow fiery red as they start to regain. He's like, we might want to get out of here.
Splendid idea.
Celestials don't get thrown in prison for no reason.
Gotcha.
Is he saying that as he's bursting himself out, or is the Virgin Meister saying that?
Virgin Master saying that.
Yeah. All right, let's get going. We have a distraction.
Good job, Alistair.
As a bonus action, I'm just going to throw out a healing word to the unicorn.
Amazing.
That's 8 healing for that unicorn.
Goes out.
Say, I have.
Wounds begin to heal.
I was gonna say I have an extra one. I will hurl one of our superior healing potions that we found earlier.
Oh, at the unicorn?
Can
Or
we, wait,
the
the unicorn? Yeah. Well, can a totally normal horse catch that, or am I gonna like feed the totally normal horse with the healing potion?
It'll catch it in
my
its mouth.
intention. Okay, good. That'd be worse so much. Yeah. No, toss it 1.
Now, have fun, you two. We're going to leave now.
Okay. Roll to escape.
Perfect. In that case, you begin to run quickly. And you come up just in a regular alleyway. And as you're able to lead them to their contact, this is the first step of the reset to take back everything. Thank you.
PW looks at Nalen's new cloak.
You're welcome.
Unfortunately, I can't help you get out unless I'm returned. If again, I can reward you more if you help me retake the residence.
How long would that take? We don't work on scale.
I mean, we'd have to. Only true way would be to beat them all into submission. But if that's not your way, that's fine. So you can, if you have another way out of here, or if you want to hang back while I get support.
I mean, to be fair, Alistair looks at Nalen and PW, beating things into submission. That does feel like that's normally how we do things.
We are missing one of our most powerful pairs of fists, but yes.
This is true. When we are back at full strength, we can.
I do want to point out that this is us scratching your back like twice now. So
That's right. Oh, you can make your decision. If you want, this would be going against. If we were to do this in earnest, I'm sure the current Virgin Master would be here quicker, and we'd have to take them down.
We know a bar full of dissidents. And at least one wine thief.
All right. And together we're going to take back Cursed. Yes.
Or we'll leave. But either option is...
I see you need to talk to your friends. I understand.
He also looks at Nayland. I mean, you wanted to get a better handle on Cursed, and if we change the government of Cursed, just saying.
It truly is hell.
With that, then we will end for tonight and figure out what you're all doing next week. Everyone, given the inspiration, thank you so much.
Thrill as we participate in local government.
We'll see you then.